my babies, it's Auntie Trice with another video for you. If you have not done so, please head on over to all of my other social media platforms and follow me on there. They're going to be listed in the description box up underneath this video, my babies. Please click the like button on your way in here and don't be afraid to subscribe to Auntie's channel today because it costs $0 for you to do so, okay? So why haven't you done it? I'm waiting on you. I got my blunt, y'all, in my handy dandy phone, and it's time for us to get into the tea for today. Well, I told y'all that we was going to talk about Tory Lanez. Yes, I told y'all we was going to talk about Tory Lanez. But on top of Tory Lanez's issue, I would like to talk about some other updates going on as well that I didn't mention to you guys earlier on. So this is pretty much my update video on everything that we got going on. So let's get Tory Lanez out the way first. Tory Lanez's driver / personal friend, you know, that's what he said himself. He's a personal friend of Tory Lanez. Read that man's affidavit. His name is Jaquan Smith. Read his affidavit. Okay, well, Auntie gonna read it for you anyway. But that man say he was the driver and the personal friend of Tory Lanez. He says he knows what happened that night. And everything that he said, what happened that night, everything that he took into account on this affidavit, Auntie already kind of said that's what happened. You understand what I'm saying? I knew Kelsey had done something, because why else would the little bitch need to be granted immunity from anything? Why? Why would she need to be granted immunity if you didn't do nothing? You understand what I'm telling you? And then Kelsey made a diss track on Meg talking about who shot you, bitch. Like she was picking on Meg. Let Meg know she was the one that shot her in the foot, because everybody know that night it was Kelsey that was the one that was trying to shoot Meg, because she found out that Meg was fucking Tory. Oh my God. It all makes sense. I've been here said this. I've been here said this. But Auntie finna play y'all this quick little recap real quick, and then I'm gonna come back with the rest of my commentary. Okay, my babies, y'all know Auntie was gonna pull up the information. Auntie was gonna pull up the information, and we gonna read this affidavit together, okay? As you can see, it says the affidavit of Jaquan Smith, and it reads as follows. I, Jaquan Smith, depose and state as follows. My name is Jaquan Smith, of course. My address is bloop de bloop de bloop de bloop de bloop. Y'all see they got that bloop dot because you can't put that man address on the damn internet. I am over the age of 18 years and am fully competent to testify. I have firsthand knowledge of the facts in question that took place on July 12th, 2020. That is the basis of the above cited proceedings, okay? He states, I was the driver and bodyguard of Mr. Daystar Peterson, who is better known as Tory Lanez, in July of 2020. Mr. Peterson has been known to me for 7 years. At the time of the incident, I had worked for Mr. Peterson for 3 years. He has not only been my employer, but I also consider him to be a close personal friend, which this is biased, by the way, since you said that this is a close personal friend of yours. This is biased as fuck, but we gonna keep reading. Anyway, on July 12th, 2020, I was asked to drive Mr. Peterson to the home of Kylie Jenner, where Miss Megan Pete and Kelsey Harris were present. Mr. Peterson was at Miss Jenner's home for approximately 2 hours when I received a call to come pick up Miss Pete and Miss Harris. All right, and around that time, like I told y'all got to go in a later video. One of my earlier videos, I said that they was all at this party together, and something happened at that party that caused Megan and Kelsey and Tory to leave early. They had to get up and leave all of a sudden. I think they were trying to fight at that party right then. That's what happened. But let's continue reading. It says, Miss Pete, Miss Harris, and myself left Miss Jenner's home, but I was asked by Miss Pete to return because she stated that she had forgotten a shoe. When we arrived at Miss Jenner's home at this time, Miss Harris stayed in the car while Miss Pete exited. Miss Pete did not enter the home at this time as she went around the back to the pool area where Mr. Peterson was located. Both Miss Pete and Mr. Peterson returned to the car after a few minutes. Miss Pete was bickering, but I am unsure of the exact words she was saying. She seemed upset. The four of us left Miss Jenner's residence. Okay. Let me tell you why Miss Pete, aka Meg the Stallion, why she was upset. Because Tory was flirting with Kylie. Tory was trying to fuck Kylie. Okay? And Tory didn't give a fuck if Megan knew that he was trying to fuck Kylie. He didn't give a fuck if Kelsey knew that he was trying to fuck Kylie. Because Kelsey had a man herself, and he just didn't really give a fuck about Meg like that. That was just something that he could fuck on and play with when he wanted to. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why Meg talking about, oh, I left a shoe. Bitch, you ain't leave no shoe. You went back there to bust Tory Lanez ass for out here trying to fuck with Kylie on the low. So that's what you did. But anyway, let's keep reading. As I began to drive, Miss Pete started to fight with Mr. Peterson because her ass had caught him trying to mess with Kylie once again. That's not stated in the affidavit, but we know this to be true. We know this to be true. That's what was going on. That's how that fight started. But anyway, they were going back and forth. I remember Mr. Peterson saying to Miss Pete that he was going to tell Miss Harris what was going on. Tell Miss Harris, tell Kelsey that I'm fucking you, bitch. That's what that pretty much means. I do not remember what street we were on, but Miss Pete asked me to stop the vehicle. I did as she asked, and Miss Pete went to sit on a nearby bus stop. Mr. Peterson went and spoke with Miss Pete. After about 2 minutes, they returned to the car. I began driving again. Tory told her to shut the fuck up and get herself together, and that's what that was. Miss Pete started the argument again because she wasn't satisfied with what Tory may have told her, because he probably lied to get her to get in the car anyway and said he wasn't gonna fuck with Kylie again or whatever. But Meg wasn't satisfied with it, so she went and started arguing with Tory again. And Miss Harris then asked what was going on. Mr. Peterson told her that he and Miss Pete had been dating and intimate. Miss Harris was upset by this, as she and Mr. Peterson had been dating in the same manner prior to any relationship with Miss Pete. Like I told y'all in my earlier video, she found out the same night that Megan got shot was the same night that Kelsey had found out that motherfucking Tory was fucking Meg. All right. This bodyguard, not bodyguard. Well, he is a bodyguard and a driver or whatever he is. He's confirming it. Let's keep reading. I pulled over to stop them. Miss Pete. Oh, no. With Miss Pete. Miss Pete and Miss Harris began fighting. Let's back it up. Miss Pete and Miss Harris began fighting because Miss Harris didn't know that her best friend was sleeping with her man. God damn. And he says, I pulled over to stop them. Miss Pete and Miss Harris both got out of the vehicle and continued to fight, both verbally and physically. I broke up this fight and was pulling Miss Pete toward the back of the car. I saw Miss Harris with a gun in her hand. Mr. Peterson ran from behind Miss Pete and myself toward Miss Harris. Mr. Peterson and Miss Harris began struggling as Mr. Peterson tried to unarm Miss Harris. I was still pulling Miss Pete and did not see who shot the weapon. I was lucky I was not harmed, and in my opinion, Miss Pete was also fortunate. The whole incident happened so quickly within a just couple of minutes. I think he was trying to say just within a couple of minutes. That was written wrong. But I saw Miss Harris with a gun in her hand. Mr. Peterson ran from behind Miss Pete and myself toward Miss Harris. Mr. Peterson and Miss Harris began struggling as Mr. Peterson tried to unarm Miss Harris. I was still pulling Miss Pete and did not see who shot the weapon. Yeah, that's just a repeat of that. I was lucky I was not harmed, and in my opinion, Miss Pete was also fortunate. The whole incident happened so quickly within a just couple of minutes. I wanted to present this evidence during Mr. Peterson's trial, but was prevented from doing so as the district attorney was not ready to cross-examine me, and later they did not call me due to the holidays in the court schedule. I believe I should have been allowed to present this evidence at trial. Yes, you should have been allowed to present this evidence at trial, because you pretty much saying Kelsey shot that damn girl. You pretty much saying Kelsey shot that damn girl, which I kind of suspected that anyway. Did y'all not know when Kelsey and Tory were arrested that night, they were tested for gunpowder residue on their hands, and they both had gunpowder residue on their hands. The only reason why I feel like Tory had gunpowder residue on his hands is because he was trying to take the gun away from Kelsey. And the bodyguard is confirming it. Thank you, Jaquan. Thank you for confirming it, because I kind of knew that's what the fuck was happening, and that's how it happened anyway. But we can't do nothing with this Jaquan, because he's been convicted, and he gonna have to serve them 10 years. So sad. Okay, my babies, hit that like button if you haven't done so. Hit the like button on this video if you haven't done so. And then go back to my other video, this earlier video way back last year when Tory Lanez got sentenced in December of last year. Or was it in August he got sentenced? It was last year Tory got sentenced, and I was reporting on it last year. How about that? Go back and like that video, my babies, because it was 39 views on it with 2 likes. That's why I be saying, like, the math ain't mathing. Even if my videos don't reach in the thousands, my baby, even if they're just like 40 or 15 views, or you know what, it's just, you know, the views always be more than the likes on my video, and I'm just not understanding why. All I'm doing is asking you guys to hit the like button. I'm not asking for your firstborn. What the fuck? But y'all go back and hit the like button on that video, and hit the like button on this video. I ain't done recapping for you. Here's another one. What happened? Y'all got drunk, looked it up, left that party, started fighting in the damn truck, SUV, whatever y'all was in. Y'all started fighting in that shit. Y'all pulled over somewhere, because that's what happened. Had to be pulled over somewhere. Tory started looking crazy and started shooting, probably was shooting at the ground, and he accidentally shot Meg. But he still shot Meg. Y'all forgot. Kelsey, I think, got some text messages or something on Tory that was saying he actually admitted to shooting Meg. Stop playing. I don't care if Megan was a shiesty friend. At the end of the day, Megan is still the victim. That girl got shot by this drunk ass, angry ass. All right, my babies, go ahead and hit the like button on this here video, and go back to my earlier videos that I'm recapping for you guys, and go and hit the like button on there, because Auntie been working hard for y'all these past 2 years that I've been on YouTube. I've been working hard for y'all. So I would greatly appreciate it if you show your appreciation to me by hitting the like button. That's all it takes. Thank you. Thank you. You're so courteous and so kind. Now let's get back into this story. So I brought this clip up because I wanted to say I need to pretty much correct some things from what I said in this video. I will not regret standing up for Meg. I would not regret standing up for Meg, but I will say this. I didn't understand why Tory allegedly had shot Meg. I just didn't understand why. But Tory started to incriminate himself a little bit when he literally called Kelsey on the phone and telling her that he's sorry for what happened and sorry about all of this that happened. So I'm thinking that he's saying sorry to her because he's admitting guilt to shooting Meg. No, he's saying sorry to her that He was the reason why she actually even did this in the first place. So he was apologizing for his mistakes and how he had wronged her. That's what he was apologizing for. He wasn't apologizing for shooting Meg. He was apologizing to her because he had fucked off on her. And he probably was pillow talking her and being sweet with her and all of that. And you fucking on her best friend. So yeah, he was apologizing for that. So I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it for the record. Tory Lanez didn't shoot that girl. Tory Lanez didn't shoot that girl. I really thought that Tory Lanez had shot Meg Thee Stallion in a drunken stupor. Now I'm starting to side-eye all of that and say, you know what, Kelsey? Your ass need to get that immunity taken up off of you, and you need to be fully investigated to the fullest degree. You the one that's supposed to be in jail and not no motherfucking Tory Lanez. You shot that girl, and the driver is confirming what I said. Y'all was fighting over that dick that's been in everybody. Because, hell, he was like, fuck y'all, too. Y'all sitting over here fighting over him. He was moving on to his next piece of ass. He was trying to fuck Kylie Jenner. What's wrong with y'all? Then now married and got shot in the foot, and and Kelsey got to get immunity because she knows she gonna go to jail because she was the one that actually shot her. And Kylie Jenner ain't did nothing but have 2 babies by Travis Scott. That's crazy. That is crazy. Y'all will die over that dick. Y'all better stop doing that. Stop doing that. You gotta love yourself a little bit more. You gotta love yourself a little bit more and value yourself a little bit more, because when you love yourself a little bit more, you value you won't put all of that into a man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get, validation from a man to make you feel like you the shit. No, you should already be secure in yourself and know that you are the shit and what you bring to the table, ladies. That's all I'm saying. And in another case, the reason why I believe that Kelsey even fought so hard, like the reason why I believe Kelsey even fought Meg in the first place, because number one, Meg knew that Kelsey and Tory Lanez was in an entanglement. Meg knew that. If Kelsey was her friend and always stuck with Meg, well, not always stuck with her, but she rolled tough with Meg for a little bit in the beginning stages of her career. And she also was around when, Kelsey was doing quarantine radio with, Tory Lanez. So I know for a fact that she knew. I know her friend told her, because that's just how friends do. We have girl talk. We talk to each other. We tell each other, who we fucking, just like you men do. You men do it all the time. So I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear you saying nothing. But you men talk to y'all boys all the time and y'all say, oh, shorty, I smashed. You know what I'm saying? And, girls do the same thing. So I'm pretty sure that was told to Meg. Like, Tory Lanez, I fucked him. Girl, I had him screaming my name. I bet the neighbors know my name. Yeah, I know you was bragging like that to that girl. And then for that girl to go behind your back and fuck that nigga after you got sick with COVID. Like, it wasn't even less than 2 weeks. You was only gone for 2 weeks. And bitch spread out her legs full eagle for your nigga. I'm like, God damn, you can't trust these hoes. You can't trust these hoes at all. I don't have very female friends because you want to know why? They end up trying to. I ain't even gonna say that. I'm just gonna say these women down here in Florida, they will befriend you just to fuck your man. You hear me? They will be your friend and cry Ruth just to fuck your man. You hear me? These women are snakes down here in the South. So I keep mine close. Period. But anywho, that hurt Kelsey when she found out about Meg and Tory and the way that she found out. You understand what I'm saying? In the way that she found out. So now I know a million things are going through her head. She's like, okay, you was fucking Meg, but you was still fucking me too. So was you fucking the both of us at the same time and you know that we were friends? And Meg, that's fucked up of you to even be doing that. So how many times were y'all doing that? And it don't even matter because you already knew that I was still previously dealing with that dude. So that's what that fight was really about. She was really hurt that her friend backstabbed her like that because she was still fucking Tory. And then Meg just do that. That's just shiesty. I told y'all, but it don't even matter if Meg was a shiesty friend. Let me tell you how I really bossed up on them, Kelsey. I wouldn't have shot Meg like that, okay, and got this innocent man hurt. Now you sitting over here crying immunity and you letting the innocent man go to jail for a crime that you committed, girl. Now that's wrong. Now that's some real gutter shit. That's some real gutter shit. Let somebody else go down for a crime that you committed, girl. That's some real gutter shit. But anyway, that was wrong. How you should have really bossed up instead of shooting a bitch and got an innocent person in jail, because I know this is weighing on your conscience. I know it is. I know you got a conscience and I know it's weighing in on you day in and day out. But I really would have just disappeared on the both of them, bossed up on the both of them, and just, did what I was doing, because I think Kelsey was releasing music herself. I don't know what endeavors Kelsey had at the time other than being Megan's tag-along friend. You hear me? But I would have just bossed up on whatever I was doing. I would have disappeared. I would have just unfriended them from every social media page that I had so I wouldn't have to see their faces. I would have blocked Meg number. I would have blocked Tory number for sure. You hear me? Both of them would have had to go out of my life. That's toxicity that I don't need. Because you see how when you found out that, Meg had slept with Tory, you see the rage that it has put you in. That's why you should have just backed away from it. You should have just really, really backed away from it and just, calm down. And this is why certain people shouldn't drink. You understand what I'm telling you? Because they can't hold it. They can't hold it. They start getting in their feelings and want to shoot a bitch. God damn, Kelsey. God damn. But you're wrong. And when I started looking at Jaguar Wright coming out about Tory Lanez, that kind of shifted me to start looking at this case a little bit more and started seeing like they really shitted my guy. They really shitted my boy and just really fucked him up. But let's listen to Jaguar Wright and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
If there's nothing to hide, it shouldn't be a problem to reopen it.
Not at all. Not at all. Rather than quickly tying up loose ends, like they did with the death of Takeoff.
Was that a setup?
Of course it was. But in my opinion, from what I've gathered, it was a cover-up for an aggressive, corporate, hostile takeover. Rock Nation moving the Prince family out of power in Houston and claiming Megan Thee Stallion. Who allegedly would have said anything to keep Tory Lanez from telling people that she ain't all woman.
You saying Meg Thee Stallion is a transgender?
I'm saying that a stallion is a male horse and a mare is a female horse. I'm saying, what kind of black woman would work so hard to put an innocent black man in jail for a crime he didn't commit unless she was terrified about what he may say? You were the star. Kelsey was just your attaché. Yet he seemed to be interested more in Kelsey than he was in you, and you had a big problem with that. Maybe he just liked real pussy. Maybe that's why you couldn't get him away from Kelsey. Maybe he didn't want to play Star Wars with you.
You know what?
Maybe that's why Nikki pulls your fucking chain and you bow down. Every time. Maybe you ain't have a problem with crawling down there between Nicki Minaj's legs for that because you was already used to eating pussy as a man. I tell you what I do know. A transgender person who is afraid to come out of the closet will lie about anything to keep their tea. Megan, the Trojan horse.
Oh.
Okay, y'all hit that like button because we talking around here. We talking. Okay, so my babies, I ain't even finna lie. I have always felt like Megan was for a woman. I looked at her and I did have said she has some strong features, but women, I've seen some women with strong features like Meg as well. So I really did think she was for a woman. Tall as she is, there's some tall women out here. Look at the WNBA. You see tall women all the time. They're not transgender. Okay, they're women. So, but this isn't the first time that I have heard the Meg the Stallion is a transgender. Meg the Stallion is a man. This isn't the first time that I've heard that. I made a video one time about Meg the Stallion, and we're not gonna recap it, where I actually said, y'all sitting around here calling this girl a man, that's a full-fledged woman. But now Jaguar Wright is saying some of the same things that I heard other bloggers have been saying about Meg the Stallion. Like, this has been going around since Meg the Stallion actually came out back in 2018. I want to say like around 2019, that's when the transgender rumors started coming out, because started saying she was a man. So Party knows if he, been around Megan like that, and he was fucking Megan the way that he say he was fucking Megan. Megan was his girl. Party found out too. You know what I'm saying? What Megan was. That's why he was cheating on Megan with real women. Party was cheating on Megan with biological women, and now look what Party is with now. Look who he with now. He's with a biological woman. He's not with a transgender woman. Okay? He knows for a fact Meg is transgender, allegedly. And Tory Lanez knows that Meg the Stallion is transgender, allegedly. And because she's trying to paint this narrative and keep that boy locked up because he knows a secret about her, like, that's just crazy. Meg and Kelsey, this ain't weighing in on y'all shoulders. And Kelsey, you knew that Meg was transgender, didn't you? Didn't you? Because you're close to her. You know that that's a transgender woman. You knew it. That's why you got it so mad with Meg that you wanted to shoot her, because this transgender woman, this man turned woman, just slept with my man, has been fucking my man. I don't know how long it's been happening, but I don't know if y'all know it or not. That's kind of an embarrassment. That's an embarrassment, okay? For you to be sleeping with a biological woman and then go to I'm just going to say it, I'm sorry, a man. That's just wrong. That is so wrong. That does something to the women's psyche, and I don't like that. We already got enough to deal with already without thinking about men taking our men from us. You know what I'm saying? Men taking our men. We already got to compete with each other for these men out here, because us women, we still outnumber these men like fucking 6-1. So, like, yeah, that's crazy. We already got enough to deal with, and now we got to deal with the transgender women taking our men too. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. That's crazy. But all of this is just speculation, guys. None of this has been proven as a fact as of yet. Nobody close to Megan, not even her ex-boyfriends, have actually came out and said that Megan still has a penis. You understand? Nobody came out and said that. Well, or Megan is a man turned woman. Ain't nobody really came out and said that. Nobody has provided us proof of a birth certificate, a driver's license before she was able to go through with her transformative surgery, whatever she had. Nobody was able to provide that for us. Nobody ain't done it yet. So I am still going to say that Meg Thee Stallion is indeed a woman. But what she did to Tory, even Kelsey, what Kelsey did to Tory, that shit just was wrong. And you two women need to get that shit together. Now, the reason why we're bringing this up today in 2024, after I reported on all of this stuff back in 2023, is because Jaquan Smith is still coming out saying that he thinks that the case should be reopened and they should literally let him submit his affidavit. They should let him submit his evidence, let him submit his testimony, because they told him last year that he could not submit his testimony because they didn't think that it was going to help with the case. But all of this is going on, and Tory Lanez is filing appeal after appeal. He wants to resubmit his testimony. He wants to resubmit his affidavit, as he damn well should. Now, if Tory Lanez didn't shoot this girl, that's wrong as fuck that y'all got him in jail like that. Now, 10 years of his life gone. This man got kids. What's wrong with y'all? And his wife already filing for a divorce from him because he taking too long to get out of prison, and she want that coochie touched. She want to get her coochie scratched. She want to get her coochie scratched in my Sukiyana voice. That's just sad, honey. That's just real sad. When it rains, it pours. Tory done lost his bitch, and he done lost half of his life going to prison. That's just sad. That's just sad. And he could be facing deportation now. His wife talking about divorcing him. Tory Lanez ain't from America. That's another Canadian. You heard me? Oh, my God. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm going to pray for everybody involved in this situation, and I hope that this stuff really isn't true like that. But if it is, y'all really do need to reopen Tory Lanez's case and let that man out of jail if he did not harm Meg in the way that y'all have accused this man of harming her. You understand what I'm saying? And the fact that her ass sat over here and said, yes, Tory Lanez shot me, or he was the one that did it, she needs to go to jail too for fraud, for saying that man shot her. I'm just gonna be honest. That's fraudulent information, false claims. That's what that is. Meg need to go to jail and sit for a little bit too. If you lying on that man, knowing that man didn't shoot you and you knew Kelsey did it, but your ass sat there and said Tory did it. That's crazy. But we're going to pray for everybody involved in this situation. Let's move on. Okay, y'all, before I proceed on with this next story, I am saying trigger warning, okay? We are taking this story to Ohio, where 32-year-old Kristal Candeleria has pleaded guilty to aggravated murder. She pleaded guilty to aggravated murder on last Thursday for the death of her 16-month-old daughter, whom she left alone in a playpen for 10 days so that she could go to, I want to say it was Puerto Rico. She went on a vacation to Detroit and Puerto Rico back in June of 2023. And she was gone from the house for a total of 10 days. That was a week. A week and 3 days, she was gone. And she left her 1-year-old child. I don't give a fuck. Talking about 16 months old. The baby was 1. The baby was 1. She left her 1-year-old daughter in a fucking playpen. No food, no water. For fucking 10 days straight. For a week and 3 days, she had left a 16-month-old in the house by themselves. When she arrived back to the home, she went to the playpen to see her daughter. The little girl's name was Jalen. She went to check on Jalen in her playpen, and Jalen was unresponsive. Okay? So she called the police. She called 911. Emergency responders found the child, who was extremely dehydrated, and pronounced her dead shortly after they had arrived. Okay. They performed an autopsy, and the autopsy showed that the toddler had died of starvation and severe dehydration. She had not drank anything in over a week. She had not ate anything in over a week. She had pissed and soiled her diaper and had not been changed, and she was getting rashes from being left in the same pissy shitty diaper for a week and 3 days. They literally told this bitch, like, they literally only gave her aggravated murder. That's why I said they told this bitch. They literally only gave her aggravated murder. She can't face up to life in prison for this, but is she going to? Y'all know how Auntie feel about this situation. Y'all know how Auntie feel about this situation. Go ahead and lethal injection this bitch. Go ahead and close the casket on this hoe. Let me stop. I don't agree with the death penalty. I don't agree. I am against the death penalty, but I am for life without the possibility of parole for this lady. Yes, God. I am for life without the possibility of parole for this baby. And I just don't understand why she was given aggravated murder instead of given capital punishment. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it at all. And for her capital punishment, I think it should be, like I said, the life without the possibility of parole and mandatory sterilization. Mandatory hysterectomy. Snip, snip, snip. Take all your shit out. Take that uterus, take them ovaries, take them fallopian tubes. That's a full hysterectomy. Take it all out, bitch. That's a gift, and you don't deserve it. You filthy bitch, you literally, that bitch went to Puerto Rico and she went to Detroit. That bitch went out and traveled for 10 fucking days and left her baby in a fucking playpen to starve. Oh my God. Oh, I almost cried just then. Let's move off of this. Let's move off of this. They had the nerve to give this lady aggravated murder when this bitch literally went on a fucking vacation while her baby was at home starving the fuck out. Her baby was at home starving, thirsty, unbathed, unkept, probably passing out from exhaustion. Man, bitch. I almost lit it. Okay, my babies, this is my last point for today, and we're going to talk about Kristal Candeleria, the update on her. She has been sentenced. She got sentenced March 18th, and I told y'all I was going to give y'all the update on her, but things started happening in between that time, and the news started newsing, my baby. The news started newsing, and I got sidetracked with other things. But now I got time to update y'all on the Kristal Candeleria case. This bitch has been sentenced to life in prison for the death of her 16-month-old daughter, Jalen Candeleria. Now, I read up on some of her update on NBC, okay? Y'all type in Kristal Candeleria's name and an NBC article will pop up. Type it in on Google. An NBC article will pop up. Y'all read that article word for word, okay? And read the excuses that this bitch was trying to give to this motherfucking judge of why she just walked out the house and left her 16-month-old daughter in the house for a whole week to fucking starve. And she didn't let anybody fucking know. You know what I'm saying? I knew she didn't let nobody know. She ain't called and let nobody know, not even the fucking grandparents of Jalen. She didn't call nobody, okay? So let me go ahead and break it down what happened. All right, so Kristal claims that these tickets were already purchased in advance, that she just didn't purchase tickets on the fly and just leave to go to Detroit and leave to go to Puerto Rico afterwards. She said these tickets were already purchased in months in advance, and the reason why they were purchased months in advance was because they were in celebration to help her with her mental health, because she is claiming to have mental health issues. Yes, she is claiming depression and all of this stuff. Like, she even claims to just like literally just have moments where she just goes off into a blank space and forgets everything. And that's what she's trying to claim in the case of this little girl. She's trying to claim that she was so depressed with her life. She even attempted to take her life, or she was unable to walk for about 2 weeks last year, around February 2023. She was unable to walk for about 2 weeks because she tried to take her own life. Yes, this is what she said in court, y'all. This is what she submitted to them people in court. She had mental health issues. She had a mental health break and left her child in the house. When they asked her, why didn't you call the grandparents? The grandparents were out of town themselves. They were on vacation themselves with her oldest daughter. Yes, I said that. Kristal got a 7-year-old daughter too. And thank God the 7-year-old wasn't at home. The 7-year-old was with the grandparents. So they were out of town as well. So they couldn't have got back in time to, help the baby. Or they could have, canceled what they had going on because, they could have went and got to the baby or whatever. I don't know how that could have happened. Or, she got neighbor's telephone number. She didn't even call the neighbor and let the neighbor know I left my baby in the house. She didn't call nobody. She didn't call the police. She didn't call nobody. She just left Jalen there to die. I honestly don't want to hear a damn thing about mental health when it comes to this. This bitch had plenty of opportunities to help her fucking child, and she didn't do it. She had so many options. She could have done she could have did so many other things than just walk out and leave her 1-year-old child, her 1-year-old defenseless child in a fucking playpen and left that girl to starve. Do you hear me? That is evil. That ain't got shit to do with mental health. That is just pure evil. Rot in prison, bitch. Rot in prison. Rot in prison. Please. I don't want to hear nothing about no mental health. That article actually pissed me off. It pissed me off so bad because y'all really was in here taking account of what this woman was saying. I'm so glad that they gave her life. They gave her life without the possibility of parole, bitch. You gonna get me. You got mental health issues. We gonna get that all sorted out in prison. We gonna see how them women, sort it out in prison. There is literally no excuse or nothing that she can say to me that makes this all right. There's nothing. There's literally no excuse or nothing that she can say to me. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but to me, to make this situation okay. You understand what I'm telling you? So justice was served. It will not bring that precious little baby back. It won't bring her back. But at least the person that caused harm to this young lady, this young baby, she wasn't even a lady yet. She was just a baby. Oh my God. Oh, please don't make me cry again. Because when I was reporting this story months ago, I cried so hard. Because y'all don't understand what Auntie is going through right now. I want to have babies so bad, but I'm going through a little situation. I will talk about that in a later video because this is going to be too long, okay? I'll talk about that in a later video and talk about my issues, what I got going on then. But the fact that this woman had 2 beautiful daughters and the 7-year-old was saved by the grace of God because the 7-year-old was with her grandparents. But this 1-year-old didn't have a chance at all. You understand what I'm telling you? And it just broke my heart because I would never hurt my child. I don't care what I'm going through. I don't care what I may be going through in life, doing in life. I would not hurt no kids. I would not hurt no kids. I just don't see myself doing that. You understand what I'm saying? Especially if they're my children. They came from me. I don't see me hurting my own kids, guys. I'm sorry. But like I said, it won't bring Jalen back, but at least her killer is being held accountable for her killing. That's it. That's all. Y'all hit the like button on this video if you haven't done so already, my babies. I love you. I got some more coming for you later on. Y'all know how I do, okay? See you soon. Bye.